Well, I ran out of memory there, so I'm back again. And where was I? Oh, yeah, flight. That's where I was at. Anyway, I just covered that. So after you're done, make all your selections, all that business, you just click on OK. And let's see, voice is next. And what we have here, starting at the top, you have enable range channel beeps. And what this does is as soon as someone comes over the radio and they're done talking, you'll get a beep. If you have a lot of folks talking, it's actually pretty annoying. So I've turned both of those off. Here you have microphone setup, and you essentially exactly what it is: Logitech G35 headset mic volume, which is what I've got, and it's right here right now. It might be a little bit higher depending on what's going on. DB boost, voice playback. You can do that kind of business. And you can affect anything there that you want to. And of course, once you're done, you just click on OK. Game sounds is next. You can set up this business, and this is primarily new here, and I haven't messed with it a whole lot, but you can tweak everything here: music, environment, effects, and voice. And this just covers the overall volume of those items. When you click on advanced, then you can turn down each one separately from all the others. I like to hear the motors. Some folks, they turn their airplane engine sounds down, or GV drivers like to turn their engine sounds completely off so that they can hear other GVs even while they're running. Kind of a cheap thing to do. I don't do it, but you know, it's their own personal preference. They do whatever they want. And so you can change anything you want here. You see wind, vehicle engine, tread, AC. Some of them are pretty loud, and you want to regulate those. Like one I do is the let's see here, where did it go? Not the stall horn. Some people turn their stall horn. I like to hear mine, and I usually just, you'll see in some of my videos, I'm just going crazy, and the stall horn's going, and some people are like, how do you stand that? And I'm just like, well, I really kind of just phase it out. I'm really not listening to it. Air raid is the one I'm looking for, though. Right here. See, I have it turned way down, because after a while, all you ever hear is this air raid siren. It gets kind of old. Sometimes I'll leave it on. It's okay, but sometimes it gets old. Once you get it, you can test the sound. Like, we'll do this. It's pretty loud. After a while, though, sometimes it's okay to leave it up, but sometimes it just gets old. So I got it down about 10. So you still know what's going on. And you click on OK and OK. Gun sights is another cool thing. You'll start out with some basics, some default ones, and they're not too shabby. But some folks, they build specific gun sights. There's one, I can't remember whose it is. I'm trying to think. It's going to be on the B7. Oh, it's on the 24s. This one here, and Flybrack. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure who made the site itself. I'm sure whoever sees this will tell you. But that smaller line there at the bottom actually marks at 1K. If you hold that line on a target coming at you straight and level at a K, 1,000 yards, it'll actually hit them as they're coming in. It's pretty cool. So some folks do that. You have the GUI, however the heck you want to pronounce it, and this sets up what colors you have for everybody. And so I set mine up a bit different than everybody else's. Wingman's that. It's a real bright color. It's hard to see on the sky, but it's easier to see on the ground. And anyway, you set it up to your personal preference. Icon font size. This is what size this text buffer will be. I'll show you here. Or icon font size, pardon me. That'd be icon. Pull this up right here. Transparency. You have radio window, where you can't see through it, and where you can see through it all the way. I like a little bit, just enough that you can see through it, but you can still see who's on it. And then you have your messages. Now, I like to be able to see through it, just in case you happen to have it pulled up, and you want to see who's coming at you. But I want it dark enough that I can see what the heck's going on. I don't have, nothing in the background. So we're going to go back. We've made it to That was options, wasn't it? Yep. Web page help. As soon as you click on this, and if you, I'm sure a number of the older hats have clicked on it by accident, as soon as you click on this, it instantly minimizes the game and takes you to web page help on the Aces High page. And that is a bunch of boring stuff to read, and that is why I'm building this video right here. It can help you a lot, but it's a lot of information to sift through. So that's why I'm here. That's why we're going through this. Next is radio, and when you click this, this happens. These two items pop up. Roster. Roster is an important part. This is how you can find people. This is how you can tell who's on, check your score, and all sorts of other stuff. This tells you how many fields you have per team. This tells you how many players you have per team. This tells you what team you're looking at. And then you can, of course, divide this by squad, country, rank, and player. Pretty self-explanatory. And you can refresh it. Say bunches of people are jumping in right now, and you refresh, and somebody else shows up. All right, close that. And we're going to go to arena message. We already checked squads. We already checked change country and change game ID. Okay, so we're on to the next part now. Actually, I take that back. Well, let's go to hangar right quick. We'll go to tower. Yeah, actually we've went all the way through it. Didn't realize I was quite that done. Alrighty. Well, here's one other item: task groups and missions. Those are two important things. Yeah. We'll go to missions first. This is where you're going to set up a mission. Pretty self-explanatory. You have new mission or load mission. Now, of course, if you hadn't loaded or made any missions, it's going to be kind of hard to do that. So, what you're going to click on is new mission. Now, this is a lot of information here, but I'm going to walk you through it. Mission name. This is the mission name. Takeoff time. This is one of the few times where the game clock is important. I'm going to click right here, and as you see, takeoff time is set for 10 minutes from now. Current time is 12. You can keep track of this. Mission name is blah. ... Planner is me. Field is A1, the field I am at. And I want 4 P51s. So I'm going to change slots to 4. I have P51. Fuel loadout is 75%. I want 50%. Now, I want them to have rockets. And no bombs. So we're going to load, actually we'll take 2 250-pound bombs, just in case there's some tanks. Armament, of course we want 50 calibers. Now you have to scroll along here because it'll put you whatever the default is. And if you'll notice, this is, if it'll quit acting funky on me. Let's go right here, and wow, what the heck happened there? Anyway, what I was trying to show you was the top one was for only 4 guns, and the bottom one was 6 guns. So we're going to go for, actually, I'll take that back. You see 4 here? It's 2 and 4, so that makes 6 guns versus 2 and 2, which is only 4 guns. You want the 6-gun package. Very few people run the 4-gun on a P51D. Now we'll go to rocket rails, and we're going to load 6 rockets. Now this right here says spawn point. And if you'll notice, this little weird looking chicken foot shape here is the same as this right here. Just because they correlate. I want to take off northeast and head this direction. So I'm going to click on this one right here. You can add points and clear points. You can set up points so that your map is showed up here, but I don't ever do that. So I'm not real sure to walk you through it. And I'm sure you can learn it on your own probably. So let's say, okay, all of a sudden I need to add somebody wants to fly A6M, let's say. So I'm going to add a new flight. Now this is the flight I've already set up, the one with 4 slots, and you see it's already ready to go. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to pick an A6M. So I'm going to scroll up here to the top of the page, and I'll pick an A6M2. Fuel, we'll say 50%. Center point, 300-liter drop tank? I don't think so. Armament, only one type of gun, so we only got 1. Wing points, 2 50-kilogram bombs, just in case it catch a tank. And we want 4 of them. So 4, and we want them to take off northeast. Now I'm going to save this flight, or you don't. You can save the flight, and this will always be set up. Or you can just submit. I click on submit, and as you see, blah, P51s, 4 of them. A6Ms, 4 of them from field 1. That's here, 50% fuel. I can join my own mission. I'm going to fly a A6M, so I'll join. As you see, I'm now here. You may accept it till 12:12. Start time is 12:10, and current time is 12 o'clock. This would, of course, be advancing the entire time. Now, say nobody joins the mission. Happens quite a bit, actually. You go, okay, I'm tired of this crap. Delete. Now it's gone. Now, if I'd saved that mission, I'd have gone right here to load mission, and right in here would have been blah. Instead, there's Brewsters Unite. Let's take a look at that thing. 30 Brewsters. 30 Brewsters with 75% fuel. Single gun package. Taking off in a certain direction. Now we're gonna... Oh, I didn't want to do that, but oh well. Not like I'll need that anyway. Oh, okay, I just made it disappear. Okay, anyway, so that takes care of missions. We're gonna go back. And we'll go to task groups. Task groups are important. Say one of them's gonna fall under attack. One of the things for your clipboard, you see you're sitting way out here in the open. Insert and delete. Press insert and you zoom in. Press delete, you zoom out. So we're going to insert a little bit here and zoom in. It's always good to zoom in where you can see the field a little clearer. And right here you see C14. Continuing to zoom here. C14 is running on a north-south track here. So what I'm going to do is I want to change it up a little bit. Say there's some bombers coming at it. So I'm going to click on here, and you can do, you clicked on Task Force 14. So what I'm going to do right now is pause this film because I seem to have run out of memory again. I apologize for that. Run out of memory there for a minute. Got it back on track now. Alright, so you have Task Force 14. You can always right click. So I'm going to right click here and submit. And you'll notice that the course starts to take a new course. We're going to double click on C14. And typically you would go to it. But for some reason it's not. So we're going to try something a little different. One of your text buffer deals is dot move 14. Took me to it. You can do that for any airfield that you own. Dot move and the number. You can also do that to find players. Say you want to go to someone, you say dot go to and their name. Typed out exactly how they have it spelled. So you notice that the CV is taking up a new course. CV is the carrier vessel, and that's the task group here. So we're going to click on 14 again. But this time I'm going to take command of it. As you'll notice, I now pop up. Unless someone has a lower score than me, meaning that they're better than me, lower score than me, necessarily not the same thing, they can't make me move. They can't take this position from me. Now, so I'm going to set this to patrol, and I'm going to set up a course in a crazy pattern. And I'll click on submit. Now, this means that I'm in command of this still. So if you start to leave, you want to make sure that you click on that and say give up command. That way someone else can come in and change it if they need to. Say I come in and I make a goofy pattern on here and I go, oh, that looks like crap. I say clear points. That's pretty much all there is to it. Add point. I got a silly pattern. Looped means that it's going to run north, it's going to come up here, and it's going to stay on this track, and it's going to keep doing it. Patrol means it's going to run pretty much a straight line there, and it's going to turn around, it's going to run that same course back. So here, 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 and submit. So it's going to run all the way up here, all the way here, all the way here, all the way here, and then turn around and do the same track in reverse until it gets tired. And so that, in a nutshell, covers your clipboard. I apologize about the couple breaks there. I've got a small hard drive right now, and it was silly to have gotten it. But we're all together here, and everything is looking pretty good here. If I miss something here, or there's questions you have, because it's tough to cover everything in these videos. Especially, I've been playing this game for about 4 years now, and it's difficult to go back to a very basic mindset. At the same time, it's not very easy to teach someone if you haven't learned anything. So I'm still learning every day, and there are things that even I don't know. I don't know everything. Some of these older guys, the main thing is for you newer guys is the fact that you want to ask questions, but you don't want to be a nuisance. There are some older guys who do not like 1,000 questions, and they don't come here to train people. That's what this arena is for, and that's what I'm doing these videos for, because I want people to stay. I like when folks get in here. Even if you don't know anything about airplanes, you can learn this game, and you can learn tons of stuff. And the game is just multitudes of fun. It does get old after a while, and you have to leave it for a bit, but you'll come right back, and it just makes it worth it. So, yeah. Thanks for watching the video. Of course, like I say every time, comments, suggestions, anything you want to see, I am more than willing to do anything. I'll bend over backwards to get someone to learn something. If you need to catch me in-game, my in-game name is Voodoo15. I say it at the beginning of every program. And you can text me anytime you find me in there. You simply click on roster, and you scroll down to the bottom, because that's what I'll be. And I'm right here, Voodoo15, and I'm a bishop, and I fly for the Flying Circus. And you can find me quite a bit of the time. If I'm not there, you can ask about me, and I'm sure someone can point you in the right direction if I'd been there for the day or something. You can also find me on the Aces High forums. You can simply go to the Aces High, go to the webpage, and track me down. And send me a private message and say, hey, man, I'm having trouble with this. I'm wanting to bomb targets, or I'm wanting to shoot rockets, or something like that. And I'll go, hey, you know what? Cool. Because I need ideas on this just as well as you're trying to learn stuff. I'm trying to learn what you need to know as newer players. So feedback is appreciated. Comments, suggestions, things you want to learn, anything. Let me know. I'm more than game to try it. And I appreciate y'all checking out my videos and enjoying it. All right, I'm going to go put this one together so that y'all can take a look at it. Thanks, and have a great day.